Planning your finances for 2024. Managing money is part of life. Is this an art or a skill? I am of the view it's a combination of an art as well as a skill. At some time in your life, you will be burdened with managing your money. It's all about exercising control over the money coming into your hands and money going out. Whether it is 1,000 Rand, 10,000 Rand, or 100,000 Rand. But here are some of the principles that you must consider when planning your finances. The first thing you have to do is budget. You have to set up a budget to reflect the income as well as your expenses. And the idea is to ensure that you save, which means that you will spend less than what you earn. And with that saving amount, you're going to be investing. You will invest your money in three distinct categories. One is short term, the second is medium term, and the third is the long term. I think by splitting it in those three categories, you can achieve your objectives about how you're going to be using your money. It's also important to invest in those type of investments that offer you tax benefits. For example, retirement funds and tax savings investments. Now, these kind of investments will give you a much better after-tax rate of return. It's also important that you manage your investments, that you play a role in ensuring that your investments are performing better than the rate of inflation. In that way, you'll be able to grow your wealth during your lifetime. Don't get into debt. You must be disciplined and avoid buying on credit. Now, there is a distinction between good credit and bad credit. A good credit, for example, is when you acquire a house. You obviously need to borrow money and you're going to be getting a bond. But over time, you'll find that your house will appreciate in value, whilst the bond will be reducing in value. That is considered as a good debt and good credit to have. But on the other hand, a bad credit would be where you spend a lot of money on luxuries, for example, eating out, using your credit card, and then having to pay a loan. So those kind of credits are regarded as bad credits, and they're not good to have because they get you into debt. You should also draw up a will. The will should set out how your assets will be distributed amongst your beneficiaries upon your death. Sometimes advisable to look at forming an inter vivos trust. So in other words, if the circumstances permit, set up an inter vivos trust to accumulate your assets and your wealth. You may donate 100,000 rands a year to your trust, for which you will be exempt from paying any kind of taxes. And that wealth will accumulate in the trust itself. Insurance, ensure that you have sufficient insurance to cover yourself as well as your family in the event of untimely events such as disability or death. You must consult a financial advisor and you can talk to Garage Corporation if you need further advice. Garage Corporation is a financial and fiduciary advisory practice with highly skilled professionals such as chartered accountants, tax consultants, legal advisors, certified financial planners, all under one roof to give you specialist advice on tax, insurance, investments, wills, trusts, deceased estates, accounting. We have offices both in Durban as well as in Johannesburg. The group comprises of entities which are registered as an authorized financial services provider. Consult our consultants or financial advisors or, for that matter, legal advisors. The email address and the web address is reflected. You feel free to contact our consultants.